Dead by Daylight's 2v8 game mode is a wonderful depiction of what this game could look like if it was actually properly casual oriented. Because you don't need to spend hundreds if not thousands of hours memorizing every individual perk effect or its synergies, every single add-on effect or its synergies, like minute parts of killer powers that you're probably never going to see in the game mode. It's a game mode of just pure and unpredictable fun, and that is exactly what a lot of casual players like. However, there is a severe lack in the variety of classes and perk choices that you can pick in this game. So, I've come up with a few just little concepts to try and bridge that gap and make games a little bit more strategic. And to start it off, we're going to go over the survivor classes. The Shaman. While within 8 meters of a dull totem, you see its aura. Approach a dull totem and interact with it to create a boon. Soft chimes ring out to a range of 24 meters. Survivors within the radius gain 50% faster healing speed and can heal themselves at 25% efficiency. Survivors within the radius move 3% faster. Survivors within the radius recover 100% faster in the dying state and can fully recover to the injured state. Unlockable skill. After being hooked once, your boons affect an 8 meter larger radius and you bless totems 50% faster. For a game mode that spawns dull totems and to have no classes that interact with them, I think that's a little bit silly, so I've made a boon class. It basically combines all of the useful boons from the base game, and now you can just put them into V8 to benefit your teammates and yourself. The Altruist. While within 8 meters of a survivor being chased or in the dying state, you gain 10% haste and see their aura and the aura of the killer chasing them. While within 16 meters of a survivor in the dying state and for 5 seconds after, your grunts of pain, footsteps, healing and repairing sounds, and scratch marks are suppressed. When a survivor is in the dying state, you heal them 150% faster and grant them the endurance status effect for 10 seconds upon picking them up. This endurance can only be granted once every 30 seconds. Unlockable skill. After being hooked once, you also gain the endurance effect for 10 seconds upon healing a survivor for a health state if you are also injured. So basically, making a class dedicated to tanking hits for your teammates, and healing them fast if they are slugged, and also gaining bonuses if you successfully heal them. The Gladiator. Your stuns and blinds on killers by any means last 25% longer, and you see the aura of stunned or blinded killers for 6 seconds. Killers you stun or blind suffer a 15% hinder penalty for 5 seconds. If you are being chased by both killers simultaneously, you gain 5% haste, lingering for 8 seconds after at least one killer drops chase. Unlockable skill. After being hooked once, gain the ability to brace yourself for injury, gaining the endurance effect for 0.5 seconds. This ability can only be used while injured and has a 30-second cooldown. So basically, the Dead Hard class, but also the main character class. And now we move on to the killer class concepts. The Hexer. Once again, we have dull totems in 2v8. Why do we not have a class on either side that interacts with them? So here it is. You spawn 10 lit hex totems with you in the trial, and you can rekindle destroyed totems. For each remaining lit hex totem, you and your teammate gain 2.5% faster action speed, and survivors lose 1% repair speed. Rekindled totems grant you and your teammate 1% haste and 2% increased base regression on damage generator actions. Rekindled totems reveal their aura to survivors within 16 meters and are cleansed 50% faster. Reveal skill. When you hook a survivor, you and your teammate see the aura of 2 random survivors for 8 seconds, prioritizing survivors with fewer hook states. So, just like the base game, a hex build that is high risk and high reward. If survivors get rid of all of your totems, well, now you just don't have a class skill. But if they choose to ignore them, or if they choose to cleanse your totems and not worry about the rekindled totems, you and your teammate will benefit greatly. The Dreadnought. You recover from stuns 25% faster. Damaging a survivor by any means grant you and your teammate 25% faster basic attack recovery for 10 seconds. This ability then goes on cooldown for 20 seconds, during which you gain 5% haste and 25% faster stun recovery speed. Reveal skill. Being stunned by a pallet or being flashlight blinded causes survivors in a 16-meter radius to suffer a 10% hinder penalty for 5 seconds and have their aura revealed for the same duration to you and your teammate. So this is a class that can basically walk through any pallet and break it very quickly, but doesn't get much bonuses in any other aspect. I imagine that class would probably be pretty strong on the more M1 oriented killers such as Trapper, Wraith, or maybe even Spirit, the Revenant. While within 20 meters of a completed generator, you gain 5% haste, lingering for 5 seconds after leaving that radius. If your teammate is within 24 meters of you, you share this bonus with them. Each time a generator is completed, you permanently gain 10% lunge range and 5% faster basic attack recovery speed. Reveal skill. When a generator is completed, each survivor that had performed the repair action on it at any point will be revealed to you and your teammate for 6 seconds. Just as the name suggests, the Revenant will be a class that just is very weak at the start of the match, but as the generators get completed, just gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and if the survivors cannot finish the last couple of generators, they may never succeed in doing so. Well, that's all the class concepts that I have for now. Let me know in the comments if any of them were absolutely stupid or if you really like the idea of some of them. Take care, thank you very much for watching.